Well, good morning. It is September 17th, Friday, day 53 on the Pacific Crest Trail Adventure. It's about 9:30. Got a late start. One good thing, look behind me, blue skies. Ash is still falling, but I think it's kind of windy. I think it's coming out of the north because it's a cold wind. Must have blown this smoke out. Now it's blowing the ashes out of the tree. My tent was covered this morning. But just kind of like yesterday, I got about 11 miles to water. So I'm carrying 3.5 liters, and I drank 1 liter before I left camp. The reason I was so late, my alarm went off at 6, and I woke up and I was just freezing. So I put my down jacket on, shut the alarm off, and next thing I know, sun's shining through the tent. So I knew if the sun's up, it's 8 o'clock. And it was. So I got ready. Hit the trail. I'm glad to see blue skies. Boy, my nose was burning all night breathing. But anyway, I'll get to hiking and maybe we'll have some sights today. Way out there in the distance, the mountains that are kind of white looking. One of those is Mount Whitney. I think it's the one to the right. 14505. Well, it's 11:30. I've been climbing this mountain. I just looked. Wow, I got 2 more miles to go. But the terrain has definitely changed. No more sand. It's kind of a reddish brown tint. And there are just these scrub bushes everywhere. Come on. Well, I'm in the shade, but all kinds of pine trees and bushes and scrub bushes. Getting kind of desert-like. Well, it's 1 o'clock. I made it to the top of this mountain. Man, it was a lot tougher than I thought. Now the rest of the day is downhill. Got some big clouds moving over every time the sun goes behind them. Man, it's cold. Hoping they blow over. Head to the mountains and Sierras. The rest of the day is going to be downhill. Got one little blip, nothing climbing to the Kern River. You can kind of see the smoke wall right there. The wind is coming out of the west today, pretty brisk. So it's blew all this clear, and I'm heading south, of course. But yeah, that's so somewhere over there is the three fires. But over here it's just beautiful blue. It's about 2 o'clock. Man, this thing's going everywhere. I've done about 7.5 miles. I've got 2 to possible water. I still have 1.5 liters. I've drank 2 liters while hiking. And then after that 2 miles, another 3 is the Kern River Bridge where I was planning on camping. But I feel good. I may go more so I can get to Kennedy Meadows, because tomorrow I'm going to be pretty much out of food. Might have a bag of nuts, maybe 2 bags of nuts, mouthful of peanut butter. That's about it. So I want to get to Kennedy Meadows as quick as I can before that store closes. A restaurant too, or I think there's a food truck there. But excuse me. Anyway, it's been a weird day. It's sunny, but it's the breeze is chilly. I mean, it's not freezing, but and then when it goes behind a cloud, it really feels cold. So I guess it's getting ready to start getting a little cooler. I mean, that's the normal temps of September's a high of 61, low of 41, but boy, it's been colder than that. Well, last night was probably the coldest night. Kept waking up, just shivering. My alarm went off, and I took forever to turn it off, and then I got my down jacket and put it on and fell back asleep till 8 o'clock. Sure, that was a lightning strike. Only tree burned down here, some of the bases. That one got cooked. Well, I'm gonna walk and talk. It's 4 o'clock. I just wasted an hour. Lord. So I get on my trail. There was a junction. I was on the right trail. All of a sudden, it's just obliterated. I mean, it's just 4 inches of black powder. Thinking, what the hell? There's not supposed to be anybody out here for 17 days. So I go down the trail, and I come to this junction, and there's just trails going everywhere. Then I see cow crap. So this that big old meadow I've been showing you from up top, they're free grazing in there. So I picked the trail I think's correct. Of course, it's wrong. So then I try to bushwhack down the mountain. I'm going the right way, but I can't find the trail. So I could climb all the way back up to where I was. I mean, it was a climb. Get back on my trail, backtrack, find the trail, and it's just obliterated. And it's all to take us just down to the water. Well, guess who's down in the water? Hundreds of cows just standing, shitting. I wouldn't drink that water for nothing. So then I come to another junction, same thing. Trails going everywhere, just dirt is torn up. So of course I'm on the wrong trail. I climb half up a mountain. I'm on the wrong trail. I had to go back down, then I see it. Lord. So I guess I will be sleeping at the Kern. I'm going to be there an hour later. It's still 3.5 miles from here, and it's 4:15 now. And my feet and legs are just black. I've never seen such a mess. Why in God's name would the PCT put us on that trail? It was just, it might have been the most horrible trail I've ever hiked in my life. And like, I'm gonna drink that fucking cow crap water. Idiots. Well, I came out of the woods. I don't know if you can hear me. It's awful windy. Sure is looking like a desert. It's been acting like it's going to pour down rain any minute. How quickly it changes. I mean, I only have, well, I mean, I'm out of the Sierras, but I have 13, when I get to this campsite, 13 more miles to I'm actually in the desert. Officially. And that'll leave about 700 miles to go. So I guess they let these cows free graze in here. Well, there's the Kern River Bridge up there. I'll be camping in those pines up there. That's home for the night. Typically the Kern is just roaring May, June, July, August. But with this drought, I read it's just trickling. Of course. I found me a campsite. I'm at Sobo mile 1937.1. There's the Kern down there. Pretty nasty, it's full of cow crap. But it's the only water I got. And you can see where the cows have just trampled everywhere in there. Found this little spot here. It's pretty flat. It's slanted. This whole place is slanted up. I'm going to eat over here. Somebody built a nice fire pit and seats out of rocks. The trail went on up over there. There were campsites there too, but I saw this from the bridge. It's closest to the water because I can just go right here. Anyway, the sun's about to set behind this mountain, and I gotta go down there and clean up because I didn't do nothing this morning. I just put my clothes on and started hiking. So I'm filthy. But ooh, I didn't check for dead paws, but looks pretty good. Anyway, 13 miles from Kennedy Meadow South. I'm gonna try to get my slow butt up in the morning. I'll show you a sunset if there's one.